So that helped build commercially brand recognition. And so then we launched that, and we went to, I don't know how many rounds I shot that year, a lot. We went to demo bays, and we would just line up at commercial events and let people come through and shoot fully automatic 12 gauge over and over. And we'd shoot 3,000 rounds in a day.
That's so
and
cool.
yeah, and it's just really, I mean, where else are you going to shoot a fully automatic shotgun at like 800 and 900 rounds a minute? It's absolutely absurd. It's as fast as an AR-15 in cyclic fire.
Yeah. I mean, unless you want to shoot, I mean, there's a couple, I think there's the Saiga or something like that. Who makes it? Is that China?
So that would be like a Vepr or a Molot or the Sega generation. It's a Kalashnikov design originally.
So it's a Russian designed
which then got taken to China and all that stuff. But those have inherent problems. In fact, when we first started the whole process with the FBI, they told us that they had several Segas in their inventory, short barrel configurations. When I was a police officer, I think it was Tacoma SWAT over by Seattle. They had some Segas as well. And the result was, from both of those units said the same thing. We like the idea of a magazine. We like semi-auto. However, this particular gun, this particular kind of gun, we don't know when it's going to work. Yeah, a lot of that had to do with when you shorten the barrel, you have a gas system, and it's a lot like an AR-15. The shorter that barrel gets, the gas becomes a problem to build the right dwell time and timing of how all those things work together. What we have is a short recoil system. So the shorter we made the barrel, it did nothing. And ultimately today we build a shotgun that is a 5-inch barrel with a suppressor, and in its closed stock state, it's only 26 inches. So again, just one more accolade to the impossible that we were able to do as a company. Yeah. And all that was driven out of, a funny story. It's all driven out of Ministry of Defense, from the UK or whoever's asking for it. And we had a tender out of the UK come through, and they said, "Hey, can you build a 21-inch shotgun?" And I was like, "Yeah." Now, the smallest shotgun at the time was like 34 inches.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I just said, "Yeah, of course." And I get off the phone, and I go up to Teodor, and I go, "Teodor, so this is what they want to do." I said, "Now hear me out. Don't get upset with me." I said, I told them we could do this. They want a 21-inch shotgun. His face, he looked at me. He's like, "What did you say?" I said, 21 inches. He's like, "Well, how are we going to do that?" I said, "Well, you're going to have to chop a little off the front, chop a little off the back." I said, "We'll be all right."
Yeah.
And he's like, "We've never done that." I said, "I know. Well, how short do you want to make the barrel?" And he's like, "I don't know." Because we didn't know about ballistics, what ammo. Like, there's a bunch of questions. We've never done it.